Hiya, it's Wendy here again from Toonpish Crafts, and I hope you're doing okay. Today I'm going to be doing some more phone grips. Now I did them a little while ago that were just black and white, and today I thought I'd show how I would put two techniques together. Basically it's the wisps or swirl or ink drop technique, whatever you want to call it, with something on top. Now you've probably seen the thumbnail and you know how these come out. I absolutely love them. These foam grips that I'm mostly using, I do have one PopSocket, but mostly I'm using foam grips that have come from Dennis at Resin Supplies Den, which is a small UK Facebook group. And within that Facebook group, they sell everything to do with resin. They have several people that sell all different types of things to do with resin. So if you want to purchase anything to do with resin, go and check out the Resin Supplies Den, which is on Facebook, and it's all for the UK. Okay, if you've got any questions, if you've got any comments, if you've got any suggestions, stick them in the comments section below and I'll get back to you. But for now, let's see how I get on with this product. So I'm going to be using Resin Colour today. It's the first time I've used Resin Colour. It's a mixed ratio of 2:1 by weight, so it's quite normal to me. And I'm using all Let's Resin inks. I'm also using their Sinker White. So I'm going to fill the moulds up to about 3/4 of the way full. That leaves me room to put the inks in, and it also leaves me a little bit of room to put a top back coat on as well. Going to heat it up with the heat gun to get rid of any air bubbles on the top. And then I'm going to use my micro brush to get rid of the 90-degree angle air bubbles that are stuck at the bottom. So now I'm on to pouring the inks. Now I have speeded this all up for you so that you can actually see everything that's going on. Every time I'm putting the lid on a bottle or taking the lid off a bottle or getting another bottle, it takes a little time, and I'm not the fastest crafter, so it's all sped up for you so that you don't sit there for ages thinking, what's she doing? What is she doing? Yeah, I'm getting another ink. So I've got several different colours of red, and I've got purple and blues, and I actually decided to put yellow in as well. Now I know that yellow is going to make green with blue or orange with red, so I decided to put it with the blue and go for green. I did try and keep the yellow, but I knew it wouldn't work. Now this blue is my favourite, and unfortunately I'm just about run out. You can see it's my favourite because there's nothing left of it. So I have to change to a different blue. The sky blue is so vibrant, it's gorgeous. All Let's Resin inks will be listed down below. All the materials and everything I use will be listed down below. Use the pop down arrow and you'll see all the materials that I'm using. These Let's Resin alcohol inks are adorable. They are so bright, they are so vibrant, and I do hope that this Resin Colour resin that I'm using will pick up the colours of the inks. You can see there the yellow. Oh look, it's gone green. It's typical. There will be a touch of yellow on the edge, and that's about it. I do love yellow, and it doesn't stay very well. So now on to putting the white Sinker ink on top. I'm going to go around and put it on all the colour. If I have to go over something twice, it's probably because the colour has moved. Just going over the places that I think I've missed with the white. And this is about 40 minutes later. This resin is a lot quicker than the resin I usually use. So I had to keep checking it, and like I said, About 40 minutes later and it's ready. Got the string test, got a stringy pull, and I put a pointed object in there, and now I'm just going to put my designs in. I'm trying to stay away from a swirl because the swirl is very easy. It's very sweet, but I'm trying to do different designs. If you use a long pointed object, you can do it at an angle, which will give a different effect as well. Instead of straight down, you can point your stick at an angle and it will drag the colours in a different direction. Slightly different effect. Just trying different ways of swirling and moving the resin colours around. And if you go back and forward with the pointed object, obviously you don't want to scratch the bottom of your mould, so be careful with that. But then if you drag the bottom part up through the middle, it gives a completely different effect on the front as well. I'm wiping the leather punch each time I've taken it out of the resin. Because the resin is really sticky, if I didn't do that, it would just drag more colour through where you didn't want it to. So that's what they look like at the moment. 24 hours later, and I'm just going to put a back coat on these with clear resin just to get up to the top of the mould, so we've got a nice solid back coat on them. And I'm going to spray them with isopropyl alcohol to get rid of the air bubbles. 24 hours later, time to demould. Colours are very vibrant, which is nice. It's a shame about the yellow and the green, but hey. I'm just going to sand off a little bit at the back where the back top coat has gone over the mould. Some of the moulds a little tiny bit. I won't put you through all this, don't worry. Once that's all done, give you a quick look at what they're looking like. They're beautiful, stunning colours. Now I'm going to put the top stickers on. Now these are stickers I bought from The Range, which is a UK shop. Very cheap little stickers to buy. I'm pretty sure they're made for card making. Just figuring out which butterfly will fit best, because I don't want it hanging over the edge. Because these are clear stickers, once you put the top coat on, you won't see the plastic they're on. And they're very sweet little shimmery stickers. I do love butterflies. Now I do go around after this with a flat instrument to flatten them all down to make sure they're all stuck nicely. No air bubbles underneath. Now before I top coat, I'm going to cover the backs with liquid latex. Now this is the easiest way, in my opinion, to stop any chance of messing up your pieces in case you get drips from your top coat. Although I'm careful with the top coat, it's easy for it to go over, and I don't want to ruin them, so I'm going to put the liquid latex on the back first, let it cure up, let it dry out, should I say, before I top coat it. Now I'm using Domin, which is Domin resin. I have used it once before and I thought I'd give it a try on a flat surface rather than a 3D surface. So I'm just pouring in a little in the middle and then dragging it up to the edge. Now I have to say I didn't get one run over with this. I am using a nice flat surface, mind you. I've just decorated my craft room and the surface that I've got now is extremely flat. But I didn't get one run off and I was so chuffed with that. Taking off the liquid latex from the back, it's always nice to see. And I'm going to sand the back with 1200 grit sandpaper just to rough it up so that it'll take epoxy glue, 2-part epoxy glue easily. Also going to sand the top of the pop sockets or phone grip holders just to rough it up so that it will stick better with the 2-part epoxy glue. There's my epoxy glue. You don't need very much. That small amount there I've poured out, I think did 4 in total. But it does smell terrible. Make sure you're wearing a mask and gloves with this. It is awful, the smell. Really, really pungent. So you just put it on the back, make sure you've got it all covered. I know I went around and did the 4 first, but because they were white you couldn't really see them, so I didn't bother showing you that. And then you just pop your pop socket or phone grip top on, and if you turn it upside down you can easily centre it. And then you just leave it to cure. Now it is 5-minute epoxy, doesn't cure in 5 minutes, but I left it overnight. And the following day, it's time to put my pop socket on my phone. Well, as usual, I really enjoyed making them. I say that every time, and I love them. The phone grips that I got from Dennis work absolutely brilliantly, and so do the original pop sockets. They do feel a little bit more sturdy, but they work fine. I've got one of Dennis's ones on my phone. So check out Resin Supplies then. It's a little UK Facebook group, like I said, and it's worth a check out, isn't it? It's only Facebook. So yeah, check it out. And these designs, I went out of my comfort zone and did a green one, a couple of green ones actually. But I love the heart-shaped one as well. Now with pop sockets you don't get the heart-shaped one, that's definitely Dennis's one. But it's just so sturdy sitting on there because you know it's not going to go anywhere. And the little butterflies just make those designs beautiful. I'll put some stills up at the end so you can actually see what I'm talking about, because the depth of those colours are gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, I love them. Enthusiasm. I know I have a lot of enthusiasm, but I love resin. You can do so much with it. Anyway, if you've got any comments, you've got any suggestions, you've got any ideas, you just want to say hello, use the comment section below and I'll always get back to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this one. Come back and see what I'm up to again next week. I've got some things planned. Oh, they're really exciting. Take care for now. Bye.